Do meme coins have a future? Or is this it? Are they going to flatline after this recent crash? That's what we're going to be looking at in this video. In particular, we're going to review Kishu Inu alongside Shiba Inu and just underneath the umbrella of Dogecoin to see if it has a fighting chance. It was newly listed on Gate.io a few days ago, and a number of you asked if I would cover it. So here we go. I'm Joanna Garzilli. This is Crypto Angel Network. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, for liking, for sharing, and especially your comments. I appreciate that very much. And I love the positive comments, and the not so positive comments are teaching me. They are strengthening me, and I'm going to keep showing up. It seems that I feel like some people have got really, really triggered because of this recent crash. And it is always important to remember to take responsibility for your own decisions. I share here my research, my due diligence, and the things that I'm doing. I'm not telling you to do anything under any circumstances. And I just want to reiterate that. Also, beware of the scammers pretending to be me. I would never give you investment advice or tell you to contact some WhatsApp number. You will hear from me personally. So with that being said, let's get into these meme tokens and take a look. So what I want to do is just start off with a bigger overview, and then we are going to get into more detail down to some recent technical analysis as well, so that you can just make that own informed choice yourself. So right now, Dogecoin, after the recent crash we have had with Bitcoin, it is starting to revive itself. It's at 33 cents, and it did have a high of 38 cents in the past 24 hours. And if you look at from a few days ago, was down at 30. So yeah, I mean, we're on the lower end here, but Doge is hanging in there, and it has had a healthy trading volume of just over 7 billion with a market cap of 43.8 billion. I think it was around 60 billion. Now let's go over to, let's just look at Shiba, and we're going to work our way down here. So Shiba is ranked number 26 right now. The price is 0.123450926, and the market cap right now is around 4.5 billion. The 24-hour trading volume was just shy of 1.5 billion. And here we have this circulating supply of a quadrillion. About half of it is in circulating supply. Let us now go to Kishu Inu and take a look at that, because this is the latest in the meme tokens. So Kishu Inu is 0.123456701. Now, one of the things I've noticed when going onto CoinGecko, and I like CoinGecko a lot, but I have found that there can be discrepancies depending on whether you are trading on Uniswap or whether you are on Gate.io or PancakeSwap or any other exchange for that matter. The trading volume has in the past 24 hours been around 37 million. We don't yet know the market cap. It's too soon to say. And the supply is a quadrillion, which follows along the lines of what Shiba has done. And I'm not going to cover Akita in this video, but Akita's supply is 1 trillion. So with Kishu right now, we see here, let's take a look. On the 30 days, it has gone up over 1,000%. And during this past 7 days, down 37%, down in the past 24 hours. A part of that, I think, is definitely that if Kishu Inu had launched onto Gate.io it launched right when the Bitcoin crash happened, and that was the entire market crash. So this has definitely had an impact on the price, which leads me over to here. Let's just pop over to Journey Crypto's tweet, because I think that this is bullish news, and I'm sharing this because I resonate with it. You let me know in the comments what you think. I know that some of you here, we're on the same page and others have a different outlook. Sojourner Crypto says 1 year after the second Bitcoin halving, the market crashed from around 120 billion to 60 billion and then peaked out over 800 billion 5 months later. Right now, we are 1 year after the third Bitcoin halving and peaked out at 2.5 trillion and crashed to 1.3 trillion. If history repeats, we will see the peak of this bull market around October, November, over $10 trillion global market cap. And that, if history repeats, we will also see new Bitcoin all-time high of around 70 to 80,000 end of June, early July. And I know that it sort of seems like, how is that even possible right now? But just a few, 3 weeks ago, for those of you that do have a crypto portfolio, it was on some of the, if you held certain altcoins, your portfolio would have been much bigger. And so it is not unrealistic, I think, by any shape or form, that end of June, early July, we could be at those numbers. Things change so fast. And just looking at everything that is happening right now, I'm leaning towards this scenario. It's hard to see it when everything's down, but I do feel like we're heading in that direction. So let me hop over here. I want to come to this article from Shivdeep Dhaliwal. Shiba Inu outperforms Dogecoin, other dog resurgence to, dog coins, I think that is, dog themed coins resurgence too, as crypto markets recover. And here we go. Well, this is not a Shiba Inu. I don't think that's a Kishu Inu either. That looks like a Boston Terrier. So I just wonder why they picked that type of dog there. And let me just get back down to here. Let me just show you. They were just saying, and this article came out, when was this? May 25th. That's today's date. And Shiba traded 17.6% higher at 0.123450 9519 at press time. The so-called Dogecoin killer is up 12.78% against Bitcoin and 2.3% against Ethereum in the span of 24 hours. I just feel like this idea of looking at that Shiba Inu is going to be a Doge killer, that doesn't resonate for me, because whether you do or don't like Doge, whether you hold a ton of Doge and you're a raving fan of it, or you just think it's a ridiculous meme coin and it just doesn't resonate and you think it's not going to be around, I do think that Doge is going to stick around. It has too big a market cap. It very much is a currency it's a social currency, and there is room for it in this expanding marketplace alongside projects with fundamentals. Now, there are a whole load of meme tokens out there, tons of them that come along that I do believe many of them will die off. They will disappear. There has to be some type of where a person is a lover. They're getting the token because they're a dog lover, or they're for example, lion. Yeah, I like lion token. I like what that represents, because maybe someone's a Leo. It's like silly things like that. Something that is just fun, that it's a way through the crypto to be able to express oneself, one's personality. But personally, in the long run, and I've shared this in other videos, but I will say it again here, in the long run, in terms of hodling for my portfolio, I personally will be keeping a certain amount of Shiba Inu, because I do think I don't hold any Doge. I had Doge for a little period of time in the past, but I do have some Shiba Inu. I am definitely going to take profits on some of it, and then I will just keep some of the profit that's left in there to just ride up and see what happens, because I think that they have thought through a number of fundamentals with Shiba Swap, with Bone, with Leash, and I like that. I like the whole energy of it. That's the best way I can describe it. And I do feel that there is support there for it, and that Shiba Inu as a token will continue to grow, but it's not going to outperform Doge. I'll be surprised if it outperforms Doge, because I think that Doge will, at this point, will start to innovate more and more. I know I don't have it now, but Elon had done a tweet about some of the things that will be coming with Doge that are going to be in the works. And also the Doge community is massive. I don't think they're just going to, it's just going to stop and disappear. A lot of that is FUD. And you will see people fall very much into two camps of that. They're going to be those that will only get the projects with fundamentals, things like Solana, Polygon, Persistence XPRT, Polkadot, Aave, SNX, just super strong. Theta, Audio, and they're not going to go near any of the meme projects. So I think that the meme tokens are more for it's more definitely more of the people. It's more towards retail. I cannot imagine institution. I'll be surprised if institutions say, hey, let's go and pile into one of these meme coins. But you could have maybe someone as an individual who's a billionaire that says, yes, I'm going to go and take a sizable stake and get into one of these coins once it has proven itself more. So let us come over to, and then we're going to go to the charts. I'm going to look specifically at the technicals there. So Shiba, I've shown in another video, but I just want to go over a couple of key things to show you comparisons with Kishu Inu. So we've got Shiba Swap, and I think that's a huge advantage. And I am very bullish on Shiba. Initially, when it had been out, when I first went into Shiba, it seemed like it was sort of flatlining, and I had looked at alongside Akita, and I thought, oh, well, Akita is going to perform much better because it has less circulating supply and it has $1 trillion. But I do think Shiba, we're doing the Shiba Swap and having this artist incubator, and now their community is continuing to grow. They're a 420,000 plus community. And yes, I can just see them by the summer. I won't be surprised if they have close to doubled that community. And I mean, the community should be well over 1 million people by the end of 2021. I would be very surprised if it isn't, and that it doesn't continue to increase in market cap and ranking. And so the liquidity is locked to Uniswap. And you can see in another video, I talked about the recent, about the tokens being burned by Vitalik for the COVID relief in India. Here we've got the only place to buy or sell Shiba or Leash safely is on Uniswap. Well, it is on Gate.io as well, but that's in terms of, but here they're saying some centralized exchanges that listed Shiba, but SECs have a history of locking funds. And so I suppose that is the advantage of being on a decentralized exchange. Bone still is not available yet, and we're just waiting to hear when is that going to happen, and then see the live chart analytics on Shiba and Leash. And here we go. There's Shiba Swap. It's undergoing security tests, audits, and final updates to prepare for a safe launch. I imagine when that launches, we are going to see a pump in the price. We got the artist incubator here and rescue. And so there we go. That's Shiba. Now let's go to Kishu and I was trying to look at beforehand, what are some of the major differences that are here in this token. So here we got Kishu Inu, just from a branding perspective, it looks much more, it's a cute little puppy. Again, it's the focus is decentralized crypto with instant rewards for holders join the moon mission. I suppose the question that comes up for me is, how many dog tokens can we have? I was also wondering, and you let me know in the comments, why don't we have, for example, Persian cat token or tabby cat or something like Garfield? Do you remember the Garfield Why do I know there's crypto kitties, but why do we not have Bengal, right? You have like the Bengal, like the little Bengal cats. I just wonder, are we going to have cat tokens? Are there cat tokens? I haven't looked to see, but I just thought I haven't seen any cat tokens out there. Well, so many of these different animals. Why is it all dogs? What are your thoughts on that? You let me know. Okay, so why Kishu Inu instant rewards? 2% of the transactions distributed to existing holders. It means you just earn it by holding it in your wallet. You know, I've seen that going with Safe Mars. And so far I see Safe Mars. I have some Safe Mars. I see it goes through some pumps and then it struggles. I've seen the same with Safe Moon as well, that it just feels like it's just taking a while with these liquidity pools for it to really take off. So what is Kishu? What is it doing differently? Well, it's community powered as well, which it just is with, you know, for Doge and for Shiba Inu. Let's see what else. Secure and safe. It's been audited and its liquidity pool tokens have been burned. That means zero risk to investors from potential bad actors. Well, half the tokens have, my understanding, been given to Vitalik as well. That same sort of thing. How do we know that they're not just going to be burned? How there won't be some type of issue? I do think that we saw from what did happen with Vitalik going and starting getting rid of them, donating them to the India COVID relief, that Shiba bounced back. And it did go through a moment there. It was wobbly, but that really showed that it has some backbone to it, and for Akita as well. And let's just look at here, how to buy Kishu Inu. You can do it, create a MetaMask wallet. So that's if you're going to do for a Uniswap. Otherwise, you can buy on a central exchange. If you're not already on Gate and you're not scared of using US dollar Tether, then you can use in the video description below is a link where we get to share in those rewards together. Kishu token symbol, 2% reward per transaction. We've already covered 100 quadrillion total supply. Let's see what else. The market cap right now, it says 0.5 billion, and the current price 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 zeros, 5-3. So it's quite a deal compared to Shiba and a massive deal compared to Doge. And so that may be one of the main factors. But if someone goes, well, yeah, I'm prepared to wait longer. I mean, to expect Kishu or Shiba to pump overnight, I think it's important to remember that the people who have done really well in Doge, they got it a long time ago. They entered into that community and adopted the token. And it was a while. It was a few years before they saw the recent pump that they have seen now. So if you're attracted in some capacity to Kishu and you like the idea of it, I think that just one can't expect to see an immediate result every time that there is some type of pump. And I believe in the months ahead, we are going to see periods of time where we go through these pumps like we just did a couple of weeks ago, where everything went parabolic, and then we're going to go and see those corrections again. And some of those corrections, especially with these meme coins, gosh, in one day, Shiba went up over 400%, and then it went through that massive retracement. It just doesn't, one of the biggest things I've learned is it doesn't keep going up, up, up. One thinks it will, but it just never does. For those of you who are newer to crypto, those of you who've been around for a while, you already know that. So we've also here Kishu Swap is our official decentralized exchange. So they're doing a DEX as well. You can swap any ERC20 token for another one. So that's on Ethereum, right? ERC20 is a layer 1 Ethereum. It's powered by Uniswap. And let's see what else. Anything else here? Kishu launched on April 17th, 2021. So it's brand new and quickly became one of the fastest growing cryptocurrencies of 2021. Briefing document lays out key milestones we plan to hit for our rapid growth. Phase 1, 1,000 hodlers, website launch, CoinGecko listing, all of those things were done. 2,000 Telegram members, community marketing, coin market cap listing, 5,000 hodlers, right? So that's for phase 2. And then we've got here, let me just move this down here. Phase 3, growth, 5,000 Telegram members, website redesign, 10,000 hodlers, 10,000 Telegram members, 20,000 hodlers. And that's it. That's all where I see where they're at now. I don't see anything. Oh, there is another phase. Here we go. It's hard to move this along. I'm trying to, oh, maybe they're just not showing that phase yet. So, oh, here we go. Expansion, Kishu swap, initial central exchange listings on Hotbit, Bilaxi, Coin Tiger, 15,000 Telegram members and 30,000 hodlers. So, I mean, it just really, a lot of it is just more about having people get excited about the token is what I see here from the milestones they're looking to achieve, rather than, oh, we're going to create scalability, we're going to increase the seconds of finality, we're going to create interoperability with other projects on the blockchain. This is more just about having people buy into the liquidity pool to be part of the community. And so with that being said, some people, if we look at sort of the other side of, if we look at the downsides here, because we've got to have a certain level of pragmatism, of realism here with this, and this, it doesn't seem to move over anymore. Oh, here we go, even more. Just the numbers keep going up. I guess it's like reaching influencers there. It's saying 50,000 hodlers. What could happen? Sometimes people say, well, this is like a Ponzi scheme. Bitcoin's been referred to as a Ponzi scheme rather than a store of value. And I don't think that this is going to be a Ponzi scheme in any form. It goes back to this idea of social experiment. And they say that it's totally protected. But if you have some type of whale, or if you have some type of market crash again with panic, then it can be that and everyone pulls their money out. That's when things can quickly go to zero. And then how fast can that come back? And so whereas, for example, when I look at a project like, let's say I'm going to use Graph GRT again as an example. Graph has super strong fundamentals. It is the future of web. And so even though Graph had that all-time high of close to $3, from the crash for a moment went down to around 53 cents. I think it's around 80 something cents right now. But I have no concern there at all, because when I think ahead to 5 years from now, I go, Graph is going to have, it is a backbone of blockchain because we all need to do search. But if I had to look at something like Kishu Inu, 5 years from now, is it going to be around? Is it going to be thriving? I don't know. I believe Doge will still be here. I believe that Shiba Inu will make it. I'm not sure with Kishu, because the main reason that I would imagine someone going to Kishu right now is because they want to get more tokens for less and hope it goes up. And I'm not trying to be negative with it here, but that would be my main reason, because I go, what sets it apart from Doge or from Shiba? I'm just not sure what that differentiator is. And that's me just sort of looking at it from all, from the negatives. There are positives there, and someone loves Kishu's great, they're going to be all in with it. But I don't know, will it be here in 2-3 years? Oh, we'll see, right? More will be revealed. But I personally, I have Shiba. I'm just going to stick in the longer run. I'm going to have like a little fun with, what if Shiba can stick around, because I like the social aspect of it, and I love Shiba Inus. But I'm not going to be sticking in. For me, the majority of what I do in terms of my portfolio is going to be in projects that are very blockchain focused rather than on social currencies. I'm just going to go with that one social currency, and that is it for me. That's what I feel is just that's my level of risk that I'm prepared to take. So we can see here, bear in mind, Kishu came on exchange and it's holding pretty strong considering that it launched right after a massive crash. What can we expect here with this? So let's see, I'm on the 15 minutes. Let me just zoom out a little bit here. And I don't really want to count from the candlestick at the top here. Let's go on to the hourly. Let's just look at this. It's here. Let's just see how long do I think what do I think is going to happen with this? I mean, we've got to see what happens here. If we put this line of, let's just do a horizontal line and let's just go with green for the support. And this is what, for those of you who, if you are going to be looking at going into Kishu or if you're already in it, there is the line of support from where it launched. So that's at, I can't even count how many zeros. What is it? I think it was 9 zeros, 4161. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm pretty sure it's 9. And right now, let's see, we do have some red candles here. It does look like it's going to, hang on, let me just do a trend line. Let's just go a trend line. Let's go with yellow. And let's just go, I'm not going to go from here. I'm going to go from here, the top here. And let's just follow it down here. And hang on. So it seems to be holding. It looks like it could have a teeny bit of a breakout, but the volume isn't there. I mean, you see the initial volume when it came onto the exchange, onto Gate, but it looks like because of everything that's happening, I think if Kishu had launched when there wasn't a crash, it would be doing much better right now. It would be trending upwards. And there is support there. What can we expect? It looks like that it could, let me just put a resistance line in, and then we can just see what are those price targets. We're going to go with red. And okay, is that thick enough line? Let's go here. This is where the resistance is. So that resistance is at 6618. Right now it's at 5459 and 4161. There's a line of support there. So I would say trading anyway, if you were going to, let's say you were going to trade, you wanted to find a good entry point because the market is just, there's still, I know the fear index went down a lot, but there's still, there could be some, another fake out that happens. I know I'm still bullish on everything. And I do believe that moving into the summer, like Journey Crypto said, that things are going to move to the upside, but we could go through maybe a couple more dips. With that being said, I mean, it is likely because Bitcoin keeps going up and testing and at the moment getting rejected from that $45,000 level. So if I was going to do a trade, I would put a limit order in and I would wait for it to go, probably I would go like 442, like around 422 there. Can you see where I'm hovering? Right around there. Yeah, 422, because it would come down, it would bounce off of this line. And here you can see it's not really strong enough yet, but because it's a 50-week moving average, but you just can't, like this is about to go bearish again maybe, because I'm looking at the 20-week moving average, even though it's newly out. And you can see if we zoom in on that, it looks like they're about to cross over. So because this line is about to go, that we're probably about to go down, even it broke out here, it's probably going to go down. And then I imagine it will bounce off of this support before going up again to test this resistance. And I think that maybe for the next week to 2 weeks, it's going to go sideways here. Could even drop a little bit more if it can't break out from this. And then there'll come a point where it stabilizes and it starts to move to the upside. So that's what I'm looking at for Kishu. Let's go and take a look at Shiba. And Shiba, like I said, that's something that I have, that I hold. And okay, we're on the hourly here. So a similar sort of pattern that we can see here. I've found now that these moving averages, using that is very, very useful. I learned that from Ivan on tech. And if we look at this again, it's a similar pattern, slightly more spaced apart. My understanding is that, you know, when the 20-week moving average starts to go, and you can see it's moving downwards, it's not up, it's trending downwards, and it goes below that 50 line, we will, you know, we're going to probably maybe go down to around here. I don't know if we're going to go down to here, but let's take a look at these prices if one was going to enter into Shiba right now. If this is not financial investment advice, but if you hold Shiba and you'd gone in higher, I mean, I'm not selling. The worst thing I think to do is to panic sell. I would just say this is just, you know, it's just stormy right now, and just ride it out, because there are bright times ahead. That is my personal opinion, not investment advice. So here we have this support at, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros, 7316. And maybe we're going to come down. I don't know if we're going to go, I don't think we would go below that. But the way that this is curving down, we could go down to that, and then we should bounce off of that and start to go up and retest. And let's just go and do a trend line. Let's go from the top here, and we'll follow it. Should we go to here? No, we'll go to here. Let's go here. And so this is what we're watching for. So look, we've got downward trend coming for probably the next few days, and then depending again on what happens with Bitcoin and Ethereum and the market at large, depends whether we would, I don't think we're going to go down further. I think that this could be a decent line of support now. And then just let's look at and put in that horizontal line for the resistance that we got to break through to start to really move to the upside. And we'll go right around. Let's go with here. I mean, you can see it's up here, and you can see down here, if we split the difference, it's right there. And so that's what we are working with right now. So if one was going to find an entry point, and because we are trending down still, when I look at this, I like to go in just above, unless you want to wait to see if it breaks down. But I would say probably around all those zeros, 7577, 75, even 7500, right around there could be a good entry point. And that would be, if one was going to, I guess, swing trade as well, or day trade, you could trade between there and putting a limit sell in at the 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, 11, like a 11.5, right around there. That's what I would do, is if I was day trading it or swing trading it. But I'm not doing that. If we look overall and we zoom out here, I mean, we have to just remember that a few weeks ago it pumped over 400%. I remember that day when it went up, it was 420%. It was insane. And, we have gone through a massive retracement, quite a consolidation here. It feels like it's like whatever happened for Bitcoin over the period last few months, that just happened in a much more intense way, in a much shorter space of time. And it looks like a while to get back up to where it was. But we have to remember that when things really go bullish again and the sentiment changes overall, that Shiba can go on quite a run. And I think that bigger picture, year from now, Shiba's going to be far beyond this point here of the 3.8 it went up to, right? Almost 3.8. It's going to continue to grow and go from strength to strength as they have more hodlers come in. So in conclusion with this, yeah, meme coins, it's highly, highly risky. All crypto is very, very risky. Someone said in the comments, I don't say that. I say it all the time. It's also in my video descriptions. Anyone in crypto has to take responsibility. We all have different levels of risk. I'd say the biggest lesson, if I could have done things differently, I originally went into Shiba and I went into Akita, and I wish I'd stuck with those original positions instead of, I'm going to get into all these other tokens as well, and that I was going to increase my position in those things. I wish, looking back, that I had just instead chosen projects like Polkadot or Solana and or Kusama, things that are really like layer 2, in addition to where I have VeChain, I have Harmony, I have a lot of my portfolio is Ethereum. I just wish that that's what I would have done differently, knowing what I know now and having gone through what I've gone through. Because looking at the charts and looking back after things have happened and reviewing history versus when, from my experience, actually going through it are two very different things. And that is why that if you feel really nervous in some capacity, or it just feels like really beyond your control, don't do anything. Just watch from the sidelines, be patient. Or if you are going to do a trade, do it very, very small. And then if it pumps and goes up a lot, like, oh, I could have made this. Well, you could have lost a huge amount too. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know how you feel in the comments about Shiba, about Kishu, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I'm Joanna Garzilli. This is Crypto Angel Network, and I am sending you lots of love.